gonna make that mistake again.
White beans and fatty fish usually go together really well.
Trying to romance a piece of cardboard right now, you know what I mean?
I'm finding that this tuna, it's almost flavorless. So I start putting in some olive oil, sun-dried tomatoes, capers. With the capers, I'm trying to build a little bit of the salt quality into the tuna itself. I don't want to use just straight salt. I want to use something that's got a little bit of funk to it. And then with the sun-dried tomatoes, I'm trying to add acidity and a little bit of sweetness to just kind of zhuzh it up a bit.
Chef Eli,
Yo.
do you work with canned foods often?
Not all the time, but a little bit here and there.
Okay.
Wow.
My main strategy with the ingredients I have is to try to find some flavor builders. So I go for things like garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika. Adding the smoked paprika gives it some aroma, which I think is really important.
I have no idea what he's doing over here, by the way.
And you won't.
Spicy chili is the best, so I get jalapenos and I cut them in half, and I grabbed all the pickled onions and carrots and I diced those really small too. And then I got a chipotle, and I dropped it in with the oil and the garlic, and I stirred it around and let that cook.
You have 15 minutes left.
So I'm looking for kind of a velvety texture, but not like puree on a plate. I'm trying to get the soup into the blender fast in order to be able to get it on the stove, reduce it or thin it as needed.
Chili really needs to cook for a long time to build flavors, but I don't have enough time to do that. So I have to experiment with different spices. I use smoked paprika, cumin, and chili powder. And then I let it cook.
All right, how's it going?
Good, bro.
You're making one of my favorite foods in the whole world, chili.
Yeah, bro.
Where do you have like good chili that you love?
My dad likes to make chili.
Okay.
My dad taught me how to make chili. It takes him 2 days to make one pot of chili. It's like the family tradition.
All right, so what's going in your chili right now?
4 beans, garbanzo beans, red beans, kidney beans,
Okay.
some black beans. And if you stick around, you can have some fried garbanzo beans.
Oh, so is this gonna give you a little crunch in there?
Yeah, to have something hard, and garbanzo beans are good to be fried.
All right, good luck. All right, Chef Eli, how's it going?
How we doing?
Pretty good. So now, what are you doing? You're doing a soup here?
I'm doing white bean soup. I'm garnishing it with a little bit of a canned tuna salad, and I'm getting as much flavor out of it as I possibly can right now.
All right.
There are different levels of tuna. This one isn't real high on the totem pole, but
No, but you've jammed
we
it
got
up
some
really good.
we got some flavor out of it.
Great. Well, good luck to you. Can't wait to see what happens.
Thank you.
I like cheese on chili, and if the challenge was different, I would have used a good sharp cheddar cheese, but I'm gonna use canned cheese.
Ew! I don't like that stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting.
Yeah, with chili, might want a little cheese on top.
Oh, canned cheese is super processed. I wouldn't even call it cheese, but I feel like it's just gonna make this dish worse.
I don't like that stuff.
Definitely interesting. But at the same time, it's going to add a nice cheesy flavor.
Hopefully the canned cheese will give it that creaminess flavor that I'm missing.
I want to find a little bit more aroma to put on the plate. So I take some fennel seeds, grind them up, and garnish the soup with it. I'm trying to make it look pretty, and I think if something comes directly out of a can, it probably doesn't look that pretty.
It should go together pretty well. I'm hoping.
I'm starting to feel really good about what I'm working on and what I'm putting on the plate.
45 seconds remain.
I really want to win this first round, just kind of set the day off right, because if you don't, you will shoot yourself in the foot.
I need a win, so the next prodigy will go in with an advantage and have the momentum.
3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Time's up, and I think that I did a pretty good job.
I feel like I put together a really tasty plate of food, and I think the judges are probably going to see that on the plate.
Okay, chefs, please bring your plates up to the judges.
I look over and see his chili, and it looks great. It looks like he really did a nice job. I think it's really cool that a kid at his age is able to throw together something like that.
Chef Zion, please explain your dish.
I have made for you a 4-bean chili topped with canned cheese and fried garbanzo beans.
Chef Zion, I really like your bowl of chili today. Had a lot of nice heat to it, a lot of nice spice work in there. It was something that reminded me more of childhood. It was a very good bowl of chili. The issues I had was, I thought it was a little thick. You get a lot of beans in there. Eating a whole bowl of beans is a lot of beans to eat. Also, too, I don't know how long you cooked it for, but I just needed some more cooking time to bring it all together.
Chef Zion, I liked your take on today's challenge. I liked that some of the ingredients you had a lot of flavor, like the canned jalapenos. This definitely was a very flavorful dish. I also liked that you took the time to kind of add a textural element from frying the chickpeas. But the canned cheese product took away from the dish by adding kind of this like bland textural flavor.
Chef Alia does not like canned cheese. Dang it! Please don't let me lose, Alia. Just don't tell me that I lost.
Chef Eli, please explain your dish.
Yes, white bean soup with tuna salad that has some sun-dried tomatoes and capers.
Chef Eli, one of the things I liked most about your dish today was that looking at it, you don't think canned product. I commend you on that. I like the flavor a lot in the tuna salad. I also liked the texture of the soup itself. It wasn't too thick, it wasn't too thin. What I didn't like, the flavors of the tuna and the flavors of the soup are a little bit too similar. Although I liked the fennel seeds, I think that not toasting them before you ground them kind of added this raw spice flavor that fennel seeds have.
Chef Eli, I really like the soup. I thought it was beautifully presented. I like the texture of the soup. Didn't remind me of a canned dish. It reminded me of like a restaurant, nice quality soup. I like the combination, how you did like the hot and the cold with it. I think I could have used more olive oil. I would have kind of just kept the tuna in a nice olive oil the whole time and threw everything in there and just had it warm. And then kind of putting it on with that extra olive oil. All the flavors would have married into the olive oil itself. I think it would have brought a little bit more complexity to the dish.
It's fair criticism, but I feel like I put together a really tasty dish, and I think that hopefully is enough.
Well, chefs, you gave us 2 great canned concoctions. Please give us a moment to discuss.
I'd really love to win this round, just because if I don't, it would be a total emasculating moment.
On a scale of 1 to 10, this is how much I want to win. Septillion.
So, Mike, Alia, who's the winner of round 1?
We've decided the winner is Chef Eli.
I think these kids are super talented, so I don't really foresee anything being easy. So I sort of take the win, put it in my back pocket, and move on.
Chef Eli, you won today because your presentation was beautiful. It made us think that it didn't come out of a can.
Oh, that sucks.
Congratulations, Chef Eli. This means that you will get to choose an advantage from the menu board for round 2. Weekends at the Gertler house were full of fun. And Mama Gertler did her best to always get a fresh dinner on the table. But sometimes on the weekends, we'd give Mom the night off. We would all gather around and enjoy some TV dinners.
Cool.
Do we just have to microwave it?
So your challenge for round 2.
Really? Seriously? This is what we're doing? Canned foods to frozen foods?
Yes. You know, it was like getting inspired by it. It's fun.
This is not something I would want to eat.
So I'm gonna add a twist. How about this? Not TV dinners. You're gonna make me a dinner inspired by your favorite TV show. Little House on the Prairie, fried chicken and biscuits. Happy Days, meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
I don't watch a lot of just TV. I will pretty much only watch the news and football. So I don't have this narrative to kind of work off of.
Judges, any advice?
This challenge is all about being ahead and getting creative. Tell us about your favorite stories through your food.
Chefs draw inspiration from many different mediums. Your favorite TV show can definitely be one of them. You really don't have to be that literal. Draw inspiration from it and put your spin on it.
Thank you, judges. Okay, Zion, it's time now for you to make your choice. Which one of the prodigies will be competing at a disadvantage in round 2?
I choose Chef Emily.
Emily Rainbow!
Emily's always talking about how she loves to watch TV, and she's like the artist of the group, so she's perfect for this.
For this showbiz chef, entertaining runs in the family. From live theater and rock stars to a perfectly plated work of art.
I absolutely love all kinds of TV shows. Plus, I can deal with disadvantages. I watched Chef Eli work in the first round. He has got really good ideas. He's got a really good palate, knows what flavors go well together. So I'm really going to have to bring my A game.
Please welcome Chef Emily.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
First impression of Emily is that she's super positive, you know, walks right up, shakes my hand, super professional. She seems really nice, but I'm still gonna win.
For this round, the menu items are one-stop shop. Oh. Your opponent will only be allowed one trip to the pantry.
Oh, God.
Of course.
Wild card. Take a chance. Be bold. You could win a massive advantage or be hampered with a disadvantage. Lifeline. You can ask a judge to provide feedback on one of the components of your dish. Chef Eli, which menu item would you like to choose?
I think I'll go with one-stop shop.
Great. I'm so used to one-stop shop, it doesn't even bother me anymore. It's just like the usual.
All right, chefs, you have 45 minutes to make an entree homage to a TV show. And your time starts now.
My biggest handicap that I'm running into is like I don't watch a lot of TV.
Chef Eli, do you know what TV show is inspiring you yet?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do Monday Night Football.
Dirty Bird style?
That's the only way, man. None of that Eagles nonsense.
Makes sense.
When I'm watching football, that's what I do, is like I eat more than anything else. So I was inspired more by the experience of it. For this round, I'm gonna make Italian sausage with red miso, creamed kale, and some fried cauliflower.
I'm actually quite nervous going up against Chef Eli. He's got a really good palate, and I have to deal with a disadvantage.
Are you using any Asian products?
No,
Did you grab egg?
I don't think so, no.
Grab egg.
Seafood? Any sort of seafood?
Yeah, I got some scallops. I have to go back.
Do you
I
need any
can't
other
look.
aromatics? Onion, garlic?
I got those.
Yeah.
You sure you got everything?
Well, it's
No.
too late now.
Emily, do you know what your inspiration is yet?
Walking Dead.
I knew it! I called that!
I am slightly obsessed with The Walking Dead. It's gross. I mean, it's zombies getting their heads blown off. I want this to be really about the aesthetics of the dish. So I want to take something delicious and make it look like something gross, but still appetizing. I'm going to make scallop and caviar eyeballs, speckled maggots, and last but not least, egg beet sauce, which will look like blood. And the beets will take quite a while to cook, so I have to get them started first. So I'm using a pressure cooker for the first time ever.
Chef Eli, do you like to eat creamed greens and sausage when you watch football?
That's sort of my thing, yeah.
People ask me, what's my favorite thing to cook? It's usually a pot of greens.
Bacon came out of the pan, I put the aromatics in, started sweating them down, and put some white wine. Now I'm gonna add some red miso to that.
Red miso is going to work really well in this application because it's got a deeper, richer, kind of nuttier flavor, which I think works better with the hard spices and something like Italian sausage.
On The Walking Dead, you see maggots all the time. So I want to represent maggots with speckle.
It's an egg noodle that sort of looks like maggots, and I thought that would be good for, Walking Dead. Chef Eli, have you had any Walking Dead stars at your restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Norman Reedus was where you work?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I mean, who's the chick with the dreadlocks?
Oh, Michonne? Yeah.
Yeah, she comes in like once a week.
Oh my God!
I'm going to open a restaurant in Atlanta right now. See ya.
One of the most common, if not the most common thing that you'll see at tailgates and people eating when they're watching football is, probably sausages. I want to be able to get a nice sear on it, but I want it to cook reasonably slowly and give it enough time so that I can rest it.
What's wrong with your pressure cooker?
Not hot.
But Emily needs 30 minutes to cook the beets that are in there, and she doesn't have 30 minutes.
The pressure cooker only just pressurized, and I have 20 minutes left. This is gonna be representing the blood, and there's so much blood in The Walking Dead. It's like the main part of the show.
I'm hoping they'll cook in time because I have to make them into a puree as well, so I have to have some time at the end. Let's just pray to Norman Reedus.
I really hope these beets get soft in time.
Chef Emily!
Hi.
Are you a little young to watch Walking Dead?
I am, and I don't think that my parents really like it, but I'm one of those kids who doesn't sneak behind my parents' backs. I just tell them things that, I shouldn't be doing. So I'm like, hey, I started watching this show, Walking Dead. And they're like, you watched that? Oh my gosh.
Excellent. Now, have you ever made spezza like this before?
I haven't, but I've seen other chefs do it, and you don't need any super fancy, pasta makers or anything.
All right, well, it sounds like you have a lot to do.
Yep.
Good luck in your own personal zombie apocalypse.
Thank you.
Chef Eli, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, how we doing?
So I like that you took the TV show interpretation. You said, hey, I watch one of the most popular TV shows. It's called Monday Night Football.
Yeah, a couple people watch it.
A couple of people watch that. Talk to me about your greens.
Yeah, so they've got a little red miso in it, some onions, garlic, things like that. It's kale. I want to create kind of a sauce that I thought would complement the spice and the anise flavors, all those kinds of things in there. And I'm considering a garnish on the side.
Okay, and then how is the cauliflower playing?
That's what I'm thinking about. We'll see if it does what I want it to do.
So I decided that I wanted a different textural element, and I always think that cauliflower goes really well with things like greens.
Now, how long have you been a fan of the Atlanta Falcons?
My whole life, man. My whole life.
All right, cool, man. Best of luck to you.
I try finding the cauliflower nature first, just to kind of get a baseline, to sort of know what I'm doing.
I want to make sure it's right before I commit to it.
And I'm not really pleased with the texture. So I just did an egg wash into rice flour and deep fried it. I add seasonings to the flour that I think are going to really complement the rest of the dish.
All right, I think we have a winner there.
To get the spetzel in the shape of the maggots, I take a perforated hotel pan and I press the batter through the holes, and it makes them like dribble out and into little maggot shapes.
Ooh, this is gonna look so awesome.
Nice.
I go ahead and I get a pan really hot, and I put it in the pan so that they get that gorgeous color that I really want.
I'm a maggot.
After I pulled the sausage out of the pan, I just wanted to marry that into the greens. I thought it could just help kind of make all the food collaborate together a bit. I'm continually tasting, just trying to make sure the seasoning's right and the flavors are carrying through in a way that I like. I know I don't have a really unique dish, but I feel really good about the plate of food I'm putting out.
I'm scared.
Okay, chefs, 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes left in this round.
There's no way the beets are ready, but plating is the main idea for this round, so I have to puree the beets now. Whew. I don't have any time to mess around. I have to get them in the blender. I just hope these beets got soft in time, because if they're not, I'm screwed. I need to win this round for Norman Reedus. Oh my.
Okay, chefs, 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes left in this round.
There's no way the beets are ready, but at this point, I really just have to hope for the best and puree the beets now.
I always think that when you see just the sausage thrown on the plate, it's just not as appealing as it could be. And then I just put them in the oven, just kind of give them a light reheat.
I really need my scallops cooked absolutely perfectly. So I'm going to sear the scallop and put a little bit of caviar on top to make it look like an eyeball.
30 seconds left.
I'd really like to win this round just because, you know, I think it would be a really good confidence boost.
I am walking the finest line ever here between disgusting and delicious.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Step away from the plates.
I think the judges are really looking for something that's really good and executed well, in fact, creativity is very important. I'm a little worried about that.
Chef Emily, please explain your dish.
My dish was inspired by The Walking Dead, and I have seared scallop and caviar eyeballs with spetzel maggots and blood red beet sauce.
Chef Emily, I really like how you embraced the challenge, and it kind of really brought me into the show, and it made it very fun to eat. I love the crispy maggots, which I would never say that to anyone because I don't like bugs. The beef puree was nice. I like how you splattered it on the plate, but the scallops could have used more color. Technically, you can cook a scallop on one side all the way through, flip it over and kiss it and call it a day. But overall, it was a good dish.
Chef Emily, what I really liked most about your dish is I think that you nailed the theme perfectly. Not only did it look like the inspiration, but texturally and flavor-wise, I think everything came together quite nicely. My only complaint would be the cook on the spetzel. You left it in the pan too long, and so it kind of got a little dried out. But otherwise, I think that it was a great take on this challenge.
I feel like they really got the inspiration that I felt. But they say that my scallops needed more color. Aw, crap.
Chef Eli, will you please explain your dish?
My dish is inspired by Monday Night Football. It's Italian sausage with a red miso creamed kale and rice flour crusted cauliflower.
Chef Eli, very simple, executed very, very well. You know, I thought your sausage was cooked pretty much perfectly. I love the texture of the greens. I thought it was a very clean presentation, and I liked how you presented your sausages. The issue I had with it was the miso cream was salty. I think if you just squeezed lemon in it, it would have made it almost perfect. I didn't really fully get the whole theme of football because there was a sausage on the plate. I just think you could have used a little bit more for the theme to go with this dish.
Chef Eli, you had a really nice aesthetic to your dish. It was nice and clean, everything had nice technique on it, and great flavor development. I loved your flavor profile in the greens. It really paired nicely with the Italian sausage. But this doesn't scream football to me.
The judges felt as if it wasn't totally connected to the theme of the challenge, which, I see the fair argument.
You gave us 2 primetime dishes. Please give us a moment to discuss.
I really want to win this round for the cast of The Walking Dead. Norman Reedus, if you're watching, this is for you, buddy.
I'm trying to stay very positive. I believe Emily's done a very nice job, but for me, it wasn't as much about the show as it was about what you were to eat during the show.
Well, Mike, Alia, who's the winner of round 2?
We've decided that the winner is Chef Emily.
Yes! I am so happy right now. I won for Team Prodigy. I'm just gonna go watch The Walking Dead in celebration. Bye.
Chef Emily, conceptually, we really saw your show on the plate.
I'm just going to need to make sure in this next round that you really focus on the fly creativity and executing on a high level.
Congratulations, Chef Emily. This means that the Prodigies get to choose an advantage from the menu board for round 3. Our third round is a trios round, meaning you will have to prepare 3 separate dishes. Our special guest today is a chef with a heart as big as his bold Southern flavors. He's the executive chef and owner of Table 52 in Chicago, Art and Soul in DC, Life Kitchen with locations in 6 states, and Southern Art in Atlanta, Georgia. Please welcome Chef Art Smith.
Art Smith is my spirit animal. I have an amazing amount of respect for him.
Chef, welcome to Man vs. Child.
Thank you very much, Adam. The fact is, we all love the taste of home. Southern American food has been a part of who I am. I've fried it for presidents, and I've made it for the most holiest man on earth. This wonderful, diverse place in our country. It's full of richness, full of deliciousness, and that's what we're doing today. Southern American food, because we all wish to taste home.
All right, chefs, it's a Deep South trio.
My restaurant is a Southern restaurant. That's what we do every day. This is my home turf, so I feel very comfortable.
Chef Art, we're gonna call you back as soon as our chefs have completed their cook.
I am so excited because I know it's going to be delicious. It's going to take me right back to home.
All right, Chef Emily, which one of your fellow prodigies will be competing with an advantage in round 3?
Chef Eli, it doesn't seem to be as creative as the Prodigies, but we do have to watch out because he's got perfect cooking. I have to choose Chef Cloyce.
Did you say my name?
Yeah! Okay. Chef Cloyce absolutely loves Southern cuisine and winning round 3s.
Don't let his rapid knife skills and quick wit give you the wrong idea. This 14-year-old chef